Recruiting the League of the Wicked by Colton Dennis. Razor blade. Gentlemen, it's time to start. Finding the members of the League of the Wicked, said White Flaming Skull appearing. How do we do that, White Flaming Skull? Asked Stephen Dennis appearing next to Miles Shoemaker. We start searching. I heard of a man in East Liverpool, Ohio. Bill raises. I want you to find him and bring him here, said White Flaming Skull. No problem, said Miles. Both Miles and Stephen walk away. East Liverpool, Ohio. Footsteps are running down the sidewalk. Bill raises appears running carrying bags. Sirens wailing in the distance. Bill stops, then sees officers running towards him. Stop that man, said officer number 1. Bill looks behind himself. More officers appear running towards Bill. Bill looks at a store, then runs inside it. People are being pushed out of the way. Officers are running into the store. Everyone move, said officer number 1. Bill runs out the back door of the store, then stops. Officers appear running down the alley. Billy runs a different direction, then gets to a fence. Damn it, said Bill. The officers approaching, then stop. End of the line. Punk, said officer number 1. Are you sure about that, officer? Let me show you a little trick. Keep your eyes on the bags, said Bill, throwing the bags into the air. The officers look up at the bags. Bill's arms transform into blades, then he swings them. Officer number 1's and number 2's throats are being cut. They gasp, hold their throats, then collapse onto the ground. Bill laughs, then catches the bags. Over there, said officer number 3. Bill climbs over the fence, then runs down another alley. Officers are running down the sidewalk. Bill appears in an abandoned store, looks out the window, then smiles. Gun cocks. Bill's eyes widen, then he slowly turns around. Both American Skull and Manifestation appear. Mr. Razors, I presume, said Manifestation. Yes, who are you? Asked Bill. I'm Manifestation. This is American Skull, said Manifestation. What do you want? Because if it's a fight, Bill's arms turn into blades. Again. I'll give you one, said Bill. It's not a fight we want, Mr. Razors. We came here to recruit you for the League of the Wicked, said Manifestation. What the hell is that? Asked Bill. A group of the most evil people in the world, said American Skull. So, are you in? Asked Manifestation. Bill looks out the window, then back at both American Skull and Manifestation. Hell, I'm probably better off with you than them, said Bill. Welcome aboard, Mr. Razors, said Manifestation. Call me and Quat, Razorblade, and Quat, said Bill. The Wicked Trident. Bill, Miles, and Stephen appear sitting around a table. I want to welcome you, Bill. You have taken the first step to becoming powerful. Because once we have the world, we'll be invincible, said White Flaming Skull. So, now what? Asked Bill. I need you two to head to Pauilo, Hawaii. There's a man there called Ben Gordon there. Please bring him back. Because he'll be another asset to us, said White Flaming Skull. Yes, sir, said Miles. Pauilo, Hawaii. People appear eating. Music playing. Other people appear dancing. Man, this is a lovely spot. Don't you think, dear? Asked my number 1. It sure is. I mean, the sun is shining. The view is wonderful. The water is calm. How could this get any worse? Asked woman number 1. The water in the distance starts bubbling, then slowly forming into a giant wave. Oh my God, said my number 2. People staring at the giant wave in shock. The wave slowly goes towards the land. Then, Gordon appears on top of the wave. All will bow to me. Ben points a black trident. The wave crashes onto the land. People start running, then are hit by the water. Ben lands onto the beach. I am the most dominant villain ever. No one can stop me. No one, said Ben, pointing the black trident. A black light continuously hits objects. Trees falling onto the ground. Ben laughs. Mr. Gordon, said manifestation appearing in the distance. Oh, an unlikely foe. Take this, you bastard, said Ben, pointing the black trident. The black light hits manifestation. Manifestation groans. Hey, we're not here to fight you. We came for your help, said American Skull. A likely story, whoever you are, said Ben, pointing the black trident at American Skull. Oh no. The black light hits American Skull. American Skull goes into a tree, then groans. This guy is really strong, said American Skull. It's not him, it's the trident. Distract him if you can, said Manifestation. Will do my best, said American Skull, running towards Ben. Ben points the black trident again. The black light goes towards American Skull. American Skull moves. Explosion in the distance. Come on out. Fight like a real man. Or are you afraid of my trident? Asked Ben. Manifestation jumps from the right side of Ben, then swings his swords. Ben blocking the swords with his trident. Come on, is that all you got? Asked Manifestation. Ben headbutts Manifestation, then spins around. Manifestation gets dropped by the black trident. Ben steps onto Manifestation's chest, then points the black trident. You lose, pal, said Ben, raising the black trident. Gun fires. Ben gets shot in his left arm, drops the black trident, then leans against a tree. Manifestation grabs the black trident, then looks at American Skull. Are you all right? Asked American Skull. Yeah, said Manifestation. Who are you two? Asked Ben. We're part of a league. We're recruiting members to be part of it. That's why we are here. We need you, Mr. Gordon, said Manifestation, handing the black trident back to Ben. Ben grabs the black trident. Sorry, I thought you were trying to stop me, said Ben. No, we love what you did. Here, now let's have others join in on the fun, said Manifestation. All right, said Ben. So, what's your name? Asked American Skull. Ben Gordon, said Ben. No, you need a villain name. Whatever comes to your mind, said Manifestation. Ben looks at his trident. I'm an Quat, the trident, and Quat, said Ben, smiling. Earthen Arsonist. Welcome, Ben Gordon, my new friend, said White Flaming Skull. Actually, it's the trident, said Ben. Good name, but since you're gonna be part of the League of the Wicked, I think your name should actually be Quat. The Wicked Trident, Quat, said White Flaming Skull. That sounds better than the trident, said Ben, smiling. Well, my friends, I found another person that could help us. He lives in Rainier, Oregon. His name is Ollie Moreno. I definitely want him on our side. Because of his power, said White Flaming Skull. What can he do? Asked Stephen. He has the power of fire, said White Flaming Skull. Like you? Asked Bill. Almost. Mine's a spirit of fire. His is from the inside. But he starts inside the earth, then burns up, said White Flaming Skull. We'll need fire extinguishers for this one, said Manifestation. Rainier, Oregon. Ma number 4 appears cooking on a grill. Here are the hamburgers, honey, said woman number 2. Thanks, dear, said number 4, kissing woman. Number 2. Where are the kids? Asked woman number 2. Out in the yard playing, said number 4. Kids appear running around the yard. Aren't they just the cutest? Asked woman number 2. Just like their mother, said number 4. Or, said woman number 2. The kids continue running around. The ground starts shaking. Whoa! What was that? Asked kid number 1. I don't know, said kid number 2. Both kid number 1 and number 2 turn around. A fire appears in the distance. Dad, there's a fire in the woods, said kid number 1. Number 4 looks then sees the fire. Oh my God, get the kids inside now, said number 4, grabbing a fire extinguisher. The fire extinguisher sprays onto the fire. The fire grows bigger. Honey, said woman number 2. Number 4 continues spraying the fire extinguisher. The ground starts shaking again. Number 4 falls onto the ground, then stands back up. I'm all right. I really am, said number 4. The fire rises through the ground quickly, then burns. Number 4. All three screaming. The fire forms into Ollie Moreno. People must die for what they did to me. Ollie raises his arms. The fire blows towards the house. The house catches on fire. The earthen arsonist lives again, said Ollie, raising his arms again. The fire goes towards the woods. Footsteps are walking. Manifestation. We have a problem, said American Skull. What? Asked Manifestation, looking. The fire slowly approaches. Jesus, said Manifestation. What do we do? Asked American Skull. Run, said Manifestation. Both American Skull and Manifestation start running. The fire surrounds both American Skull and Manifestation. Shit, said American Skull. Steven, said Manifestation. American Skull looks at Manifestation. The fire dies down. Ollie appears, then stops in the middle of the ring of fire. Welcome to your final stand, people, said Ollie. Mr. Moreno. My name is Manifestation. This is American. We didn't come here to fight you because you'd win. But what if you also joined a group of people that wants to help you, said Manifestation. Sorry, I don't work well with others, said Ollie, forming a fireball. Wait, earthen arsonist, right? That's your name? You don't like humans? Because of what happened to you. We understand that. We give you credit for becoming the greatest villain of all time. I mean, if anyone deserves their revenge, it's you. But we're not your enemy. We're on the same side. We want the world at our feet. Plus, you could probably kill more people and get your revenge that way. Only if you want someone watching your back, said American Skull. Ollie stares at both American Skull and Manifestation. The fireball dissolves. The ring of fire decreases. Ollie appears in his human form. I'm Ollie Moreno. I would love to join your team. Just because I want my revenge, said Ollie, walking past both American Skull and Manifestation. Great job, said Manifestation. Learned from the best, said American Skull. Night Owl. Welcome, earthen arsonist. These are our friends, Razor Blades and the Wicked Trident, said White Flaming Skull. Nice to meet you, said Ben. Same. When do we start killing the humans? Asked Ollie. Soon enough, my friend. You see, there's 6 of us already. I need 4 more people to join. Then the League of the Wicked has returned. Then we'll get what we all want. Our revenge, destruction, money, said White Flaming Skull. All right, said Bill. Now, I need you two to head somewhere else. Yuling, Nebraska. There's a man there. His name is Pablo Murphy, said White Flaming Skull. And what is he? Asked Manifestation. You'll find out at dusk, said White Flaming Skull. Yuling, Nebraska. Teenagers appear sitting around a campfire. Man, this is such a great night, said teenager number 1. It really is, said teenager number 2. You know, I heard a story about this place. They said, and quote, there's a man around here that transforms into an owl, and quote, said teenager number 3. That's bullshit. You're just making that up, said teenage number 2. No, I'm serious. They said, and quote, he comes out here every night and transforms. But as dawn approaches, he transforms back too. His human self then goes home, and quote, said teenage number 3. Oh, that's such bullshit, said teenage number 2. Oh yeah, then what is that behind you? Asked teenage number 3. Both teenager number 1 and number 2 turn around then. See an owl. The owl hoots. Both teenager number 1 and number 2 scream. Teenager number 4 laughs, then takes off a shrub mask. That was awesome, said teenager number 4. It was, said teenager number 3. You guys are assholes, said teenager number 1. We might be assholes, but you're the ones that are afraid of a shrub, said teenager number 3, laughing, then being grabbed. A figure flies away with teenager number 3. That the hell was that? Asked teenager number 4. I have no idea. The figure appears flying towards all 3 of them. It's coming back, said teenage number 2. All 3 start running through the woods. The figure flies through the trees. Teenager number 4 continues running. Please don't get me. Please don't get me, said teenager number 4, being grabbed. Teenager number 4 screams, screaming in the distance. Shit, it got him, said teenager number 2. Come on, said teenager number 1. Both teenager number 1 and number 2 continue running through the woods, then stop. Both American Skull and Manifestation appear. I suggest you leave this to us, said Manifestation. Both teenager number 1 and number 2 run away. The figure flies towards both American Skull and Manifestation. Are you sure this'll work? Asked American Skull. It will, said Manifestation. The figure is getting closer. Manifestation swings his left sword. A rope gets cut. A net rises off the ground, then wraps around the figure. The figure squawks, then tries shaking off the net. We got it, said American Skull. I told you we would, said Manifestation. The figure looks at both American Skull and Manifestation, then hoots loudly. Hooting echoes. Both American Skull and Manifestation cover their ears. Hooting continues. American Skull pulls out a gun, then fires it. Shut up, said American Skull. The figure gets shot, then goes unconscious. Please tell me that wasn't a live round, asked Manifestation. No, it was a tranquilizer dart, said American Skull. The sun rises over the peak of the mountains. Pablo Murphy appears in the net, then groans. What happened? Where am I? Who are you? Asked Pablo. Hello, Mr. Murphy. I'm Manifestation. This is American Skull. We're here to cut you a deal. You work with us, or my friend here will shoot you dead, said Manifestation. All right, I'll work with you. No violence, said Pablo. Good, you're coming with us, said Manifestation. Could you get me out of this net? Asked Pablo. I would, but I Don't want to take the chance of you transforming into that night owl again, said American Skull. Pulling onto the net. Pablo falls onto the ground, then gets dragged away. Wasp. Pablo appears. Standing still. White flaming skull staring at Pablo. Nice to meet you, Mr. Murphy. Now you're probably wondering why you're here. Well, Manifestation told you I was recruiting people. I need your help. And with being an owl, you could get to high places and see clearly in the dark, said White Flaming Skull. Yes, said Pablo. Good, welcome to the League of the Wicked, Night Owl, said White Flaming Skull. Thanks, said Pablo walking towards the table. So what now, boss? Asked Ben. I found another person, Dr. Frances Gray. She did an experiment on herself, using wasp DNA. Turns out, the DNA of the wasp was stronger. She came out looking like this, said White Flaming Skull, handing a picture. Damn, she's ugly, said Bill. This ain't a beauty contest. Razor blade. This is too. See who's willing to join us, said White Flaming Skull. All right, we'll find her, said Miles. Good, go now, before she gets captured. The military are on her tracks, said White Flaming Skull. Ray, North Dakota. Military vehicles appear driving. Keep driving, boys. We'll find this wasp bitch, even if it kills me, said. The military vehicles continue driving. Buzzing sound in the distance. Stop. Stop the car. I heard something, said Surgeon Number 1. The buzzing sound continues. Soldiers are grabbing their guns. A giant wasp flies out of the trees, then fires stingers. Look out, said Soldier Number 1, moving Surgeon Number 1. A stinger goes into Soldier Number 1. Fire at will, said Surgeon Number 1. Guns continuously firing. The giant wasp flies around, then goes towards vehicles. Guns continue firing. The giant wasp hits soldiers, then flies away. Surgeon Number 1 points a gun with a laser pointer. I got you now, you bitch. The giant wasp fires stingers. The stingers fly towards Surgeon Number 1. Surgeon Number 1 moves. The stingers go through the vehicles. The giant wasp flies away. Again. Surgeon Number 1 growls. I'm gonna get you, said Surgeon Number 1. The giant wasp continues flying. Then lands in the middle of a field. Guns cocking. The giant wasp looks up. American Skull appears, pointing his handguns. Don't move, said American Skull. Do you think that's a good idea, boy? Asked Francis. No, I don't think it is. But it's just in case, said American Skull. In case of what? Asked Francis. A sword touches the giant wasp's back. The giant wasp turns around, then sees Manifestation. There's no need to be worried, Dr. Gray. We came here out of peace. Lower your gun, Stephen, said Manifestation. American Skull lowers his handgun. What kind of trick is this? Asked France. No trick, Dr. Gray. We're here because we need your help. We're forming the League of the Wicked. We need your help, drive, said Manifestation, lowering his swords. You really think I'd join our couple of morons trying to take over the world, said France. Is it better to just leave and have you get captured by the military? Asked Manifestation. Wasps buzzies. You make a good point. Who may I ask you are? Asked Francis. I am Manifestation. That is American Skull. We're the recruiters, said Manifestation. All right, I'll join you, said Francis. Surgeon Number 1 appears in the bushes in the distance. Oh, now I got you. And you have friends, huh? Said Surgeon Number 1, pointing his gun with the Laser pointer. The laser pointer appears on Francis. Dr. Gray, said American Skull, stepping in. Front of the giant wasp. Gun fires. American Skull gets shot in his back, then groans. The giant wasp looks, sees Surgeon Number 1, then flies towards him. Surgeon Number 1's eyes widen, then get tackled. Into the bushes. Screaming in the distance. Stephen? You're gonna be all right? Stay with me, pal, said Manifestation, taking off his mask. American Skull's mask gets taken off. Stephen coughs up blood. I, said Stephen. It's all right. I'm here, Stephen, said Manifestation. I can't feel anything, said Stephen, shaking, then gasps last breath. Stephen, no, said Manifestation is starting to cry. The giant wasp approaches. Dr. Enchanter. Stephen's body is being carried down a staircase. I'm so sorry, Miles. I know how much Stephen meant to you, said White Flaming Skull. Thank you, White Flaming Skull, said Miles. How are you doing? Asked White Flaming Skull. Not well, said Miles. I want you to go out for the day. No more finding people yet. I need you at your full strength. And your mental state ain't intact right now, said White Flaming Skull. All right, I'll go for a walk, I guess, said Miles, walking away. Where do you want his body? Asked Bill. Put him into that room over there, said White Flaming Skull. Aren't we gonna bury him? Asked Ben. No, not yet anyway. I'm gonna try something, said White Flaming Skull. What? Asked Pablo. I know a man that can bring the souls of people who are damned forever, said White Flaming Skull. Knocking on the door. The front door opens. Paul Malone appears. Hello, I'm Paul Malone. White Flaming Skull requested I come, said Paul. This way, sir, said Ollie. Paul appears, walking down the staircase. Ah, my dear old friend. Nice to see you again, said White Flaming Skull. Well, I couldn't say no to my best creation ever, said Paul. Wait, you're a creation. I thought you were made of fire, said Pablo. I am an ancient spirit. The flame lives on through me. But I must have a soul to take form into. My friend here chose his only son. So, I could live on, said White Flaming Skull. Now, how may I help you? Asked Paul. I need your help. This is a good friend of mine, Stephen Dennis. He was just shot dead. I need you to bring him back, said White Flaming Skull. That will be hard. I haven't done any enchanting in a long time, said Paul. Please, Dr. Enchanter. My friend needs this, said White Flaming Skull. For you, old friend, I will. Need privacy. This takes time to do, said Paul. Everyone, leave this room now. And make sure Miles doesn't come in here, said White Flaming Skull. Will do, boss, said Ben. All five are walking out of the room. The door shuts, then locks. Let's hope this works, said Paul, placing his hand onto his head. Grabs a powder, then starts chanting in a different language. Miles appears walking down the sidewalk. What am I doing? I need to be with him. I need to go back, said Miles, turning around, then stops. Colton Dennis appears, then stares at Miles. Hello, old friend, said Colton. You bastard. Miles swings his fist, then looks up. Colton is gone. What the? Said Miles. Hey, over here, said Colton, running down the alley. Miles looks, then chases Colton. Both Colton and Miles are running. Miles jumps at Colton, then lands into garbage cans. Hey pal, are you alright? Asked Man. Number 5. Miles looks at number 5. I'm fine. Leave me alone, said Miles, turning around, then sees Colton. Again. Why am I seeing you when you're not there? Asked Miles. It's your guilt, Miles. You got my son killed. You didn't save my son. And now, he's dead, said Colton. I didn't kill your son, said Miles. Then why'd you take him from me? If he never went with you, this wouldn't have happened. You killed Stephen. My son, the one you trained, asked Colton. I didn't kill him. Why is my guilt doing this to me? Asked Miles. Because you're listening to your conscience. That tells me something. Miles, said Colton. What? Asked Miles. You're just as human as I am. But I do need to thank you. Though, said Colton. Why's that? Asked Miles. Because, after you ran my own sword through my stomach, I found out what side I'm supposed to be on. Maybe you should rethink it too, said Colton. Miles looks up, then looks around. Colton's gone. I need to get back, said Miles. Paul continues chanting. The floor starts shaking. All 5 are trying to keep their balance. Miles walks inside the building. Miles, said Ben. What's going on? Asked Miles. Something unstable, said Bill. Where's White Flaming Skull? Asked Miles, running towards the door. Miles, wait, said Pablo. Paul chants last words. The words are echoing. The building starts shaking. All 6 fall onto the floor. The building stops shaking. Is everyone all right? Asked Miles. Yeah, said all 4 of them. The door opens. Paul walks out. It is done, said Paul, walking away. Miles walks into the room, then sees Stephen standing next to the table. Stephen. Oh, thank God. Stephen, said Miles, hugging Stephen. How do you feel, Stephen? Asked White Flaming Skull. Like I'm a new person, said Stephen. Thank God. I thought I lost you, said Miles. I'm fine, Miles, said Stephen. Well, I'll give you some alone time, said White Flaming Skull, walking out of the room. Thank God, said Miles, hugging Stephen again. All 9 appear sitting at the table. Yummy, this is so great. I feel like I haven't eaten in years, said Stephen. Well, slow down. We don't need you dying from overeating, said White Flaming Skull. All 8 start laughing. Miles looks at Stephen, then eats a piece of food. Not hungry, Miles? Asked Ben. Not that hungry, said Miles. Mind if I take your sausage? Asked Ben. Go ahead, said Miles. Ben grabs the sausage, then bites it. Yummy sausage, said Ben. Man, are you sure you're not a queer? Asked Bill. All 8 start laughing again. White Flaming Skull looks at Miles. Are you all right? Miles asked White Flaming Skull. I'm fine. I think I'm done eating for tonight, said Miles. Standing up, then walks away. I'll go talk to him after this bite, said Stephen, eating a piece of sausage, stands up, then walks away. Miles appears standing on the roof, then looks at the city. Footsteps approaching. Hey Miles, what's up? You seem very different, said Stephen. Miles looks at Stephen. I thought I lost you yesterday, and now here you are, standing like nothing even happened, said Miles. Yeah, that doctor is a miracle worker, said Stephen. Yeah, he is, said Miles, looking out at the city again. Something else is bothering you. What? Said Stephen. I saw your father today, as I was wandering the streets, said Miles. Did you at least kick his ass? Asked Stephen. I tried to, but the thing was, He wasn't there. He was just a figment of my imagination, said Miles. Are you telling me you're going crazy? Asked Stephen. No, when I thought you were dead, my consciousness clicked in. That's why I saw Colton, said Miles. Did he say anything? Asked Stephen. Yeah, he told me the truth. Why did I take you as a child? Why I stabbed him in his back? That I was just an evil person, said Miles. That's not true, said Stephen. It is, Stephen, all of it. And I'm starting to believe it. What I've done, what I'm doing, recruiting others. That's not me. I already did that once. And they all died. And now I'm here doing it again. Every time I think I have Colton out of my life, he comes back into it. And you know what? Maybe I should listen this time, said Miles. What are you saying? Asked Stephen. We can't trust these people. We barely know them, said Miles. But you recruited them yourself, said Stephen. No, White Flaming Skull did. And you know what? I think what Colton said was true. About me growing a conscience, said Miles. You're babbling. What are you trying to say, Miles? Asked Stephen. I think we're on the wrong side, said Miles, looking at Stephen. White Flaming Skull appears at the roof door, then walks downstairs. The end.